Talk It Out Media.
Yeah, nice one. Same here.
Mr. Savoca, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to
It's a
meet
pleasure.
you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You take a seat.
Where's his
Oh, anywhere out here. Make yourself at home. Make yourself comfortable. We can go wherever.
It's beautiful outside.
How's it going, everybody? Today we're joined by a great artist. A lot of people consider him an artist. A lot of people consider him an inventor. A lot of people consider him a creative consultant for none other than himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Father Steve. Stephen, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, sir.
Thank you for being here, taking the
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
Right off the bat, I just want to start off with a little background of where you came up from.
Surely.
As we know, you grew up in the cabins. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Surely. Where can I start? I was actually didn't have a memory until I was 4 years old.
Sure.
Yeah. I know it's funny. You can laugh, but it's true.
Oh no.
Yeah. When I was 4 years old, it's hard to even think it's cloudy. It's cloudy. And it's an emotional topic.
Sure.
I couldn't remember much before 4 years old, and that's when I started to remember, life in the cabin, and it was just like a whole lot of comedy movies, like comedy films and stand-up specials, and just stuff like Dave Chappelle or Jeffrey Seinfeld,
Surely.
Stuff like that, and I can almost laugh now thinking about like how funny they were.
Fantastic. Classics.
That was just like some of the funniest stuff I've seen, and it was horror movies, scary movies. Michael Myers, Jason.
Boy.
They would always scare me every time. I'd wake up, watch movies back when I was growing up. That's when I became interested in documentary film, interested in.
Sure. We heard a lot from your grandmother. We spoke to her on a recent project for EMP Films, and she. It's funny when I think of it because it's such an amazing story, such a brilliant story.
Yeah.
And she was telling me about how you were coming up. When you were growing up, you
Yeah.
were very quiet, very shy. When do you think that changed? What do you think changed it? What was the turning point? Tell the kids at home how they can do that for themselves.
How you go from being shy to being
Surely.
sensational, happy,
Truly.
a joyous guy.
Surely.
Just growing up, it's like you start off quiet, but then you start to hear things. And when you start to hear things, you start to think, maybe I should start saying something to somebody else, start to teach something to someone.
Sure.
I'm a natural teacher. I've been teaching things since I was 11 years old, which is when that happened. I'd say basically just once you know you're passionate about something, just dive into it like a diver. Off a diving board, Greg Louganis.
Sure.
Like an Olympic star, just jump into it, and just when you get to the bottom of the water, that's when you open your eyes and you see, because you're alone down there. That's when you see it all.
Sure. And a lot of people have asked you about your great-grandfather. Obviously, he has a big influence on a lot of what's going on today. And he's a great inventor. I want to ask you, what's your personal favorite invention of your grandfather's?
My granddad makes a lot of cool things,
Sure.
Lots of things we use today, such as the couch or chairs
Sure.
or bicycles. But my favorite invention of my granddad's would happen to be the shelf. Like a bookshelf or something. Yeah. That's the boring one, but other than that, I would. Okay, I'll pleasure you. Other than that, I'd say the spin wheel.
Sure.
Yeah, it's funny because you laugh because everyone who hears about the spin wheel, you laugh and laugh and laugh because you remember all the silly times you've had on it as a kid,
Sure.
as a child. So, basically, I'd say that, yeah. Yeah, right. Everything okay?
As we all know, you have a very much anticipated project
Yeah, Magenta
underway.
Skyline.
Surely. As we know, we've been waiting for it for quite a while now.
Yeah.
A lot of anticipation.
Yeah.
The fans are wondering, what's the process looking like? Can we see it from any time in the near future?
I was struck by my dad with a baseball bat.
Surely.
Made me think I need to make music.
Sure.
That was the first thing. I dropped everything else. Stopped making furniture, stopped making everything else. And I said, I need to make an album of music. And that day I was sitting outside my window. Here, you can look out the window here. Cameraman, if you want to see. You see the skyline? Can you see it? Run over that. Check it out. But hurry back. Okay, now bring it back. Fine. Forget it. I was sitting out here, drinking water, and I saw the skyline was magenta skyline. I named the album before I even knew what it would sound like. It's electronic music. Yeah, it's pretty intense. All the dancing stuff. Yeah, I did try to become a professional dancer. I did go on, you know, morning shows and such, and I made a fool of myself because I didn't realize that it took a lot more than, you know, I bit off more than I could chew, essentially. So I didn't know that I'd go out there and make a fool of myself and be judged for it. But you know, you don't see many other, you know, people just going out there and just trying.
Very brave, very brave.
I broke my leg.
Surely.
I broke my leg literally, quite literally, falling out of a taxi cab, trying to pass the ring to the Queen.
Right.
You know, not to toot my own whistle, not to toot my own horn, but yes, I would say it was a brave choice.
You know, obviously, you're getting a lot of death threats for some of your dance moves. Can you tell us maybe how you put up with those, why you continue to do it? What was on your mind?
The death threats I've received for the moves I've done is because, and it's mostly from giants in the dancing world. The teachers of, you know, with Michael Jackson, all these people coming at me because they saw me do a couple moves that were just like a little too progressive.
Sure.
You know, a little too shocking, avant-garde. It was just like, how are you gonna do? I did a 450. That's where you do a flip, 450.
Yeah.
450 degrees.
Right.
Who's doing that?
Right.
450 degrees.
Right,
It's 360 people hear about it. 360 degrees and 180, 450. What is that?
Right.
That's when a scientist came in and figured it out.
Sure.
So that was groundbreaking.
Alright. Well, one last question before you go, while we have your time.
Yeah.
If you were to go anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah.
Where would it be? Where would it be?
Where would I go? I've gone damn near everywhere.
Surely.
You know? As a mechanic, when I was a mechanic, I traveled the world. I'd say I'd go to... Oh, it's hard. It's hard.
It's a hard one. In it.
You know, and it's a funny one. You wouldn't expect it. Canada.
Sure.
Canada. I haven't been to Toronto. I haven't been to. I've been to Niagara Falls. That's about it.
Well, you know what? Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
I just want to give you a big shout out. Let everybody know you're such an influence to the community right now. We love you. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our time with Steven Savelka. You can check in for more right here. You can give us your favorite take, your favorite question for next time he comes here. If he makes it back, we'd love to have you back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very good. Can I have a cookie?
Absolutely.
I've been eyeing these cookies the whole time.
Absolutely.